Hi everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the last video we did, and so it got me thinking when I'm out here driving and I'm on my way to a meeting right now. So I just want to jump on a quick video here and talk to you a little bit about thinking, uh, because you see there are two different ways of thinking about something, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So we're gonna get into that today, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what are the differences and how they may affect your thought process, and how you can set yourself best up as to go to the successes you are wishing for. So the two different ways that we're going to be discussing today are reasoning by analogy and reasoning from a first principle analysis. And I'm going to take the second one first here, which is reasoning by first principles. So let's just take that in, and that means to boil everything down to the most fundamental truth and then reason up from there. So let's say, for instance, that you're building a car and somebody tells you that to build your car is going to cost you about $2 to $3 million. Some of you might say, well, that's a little expensive, and I don't know if that's a correct number. And that's the good part of you saying that, because that it internally gives you that thought process that makes it that you endure. No, what's the word I'm looking for here? So that gives you a reaction of where to go, because you're thinking about this is expensive and you would wish to have a cheaper option, or you think that you can make it cheaper. So let's say, for instance, that this car that you're thinking about has about 10,000 parts, which is normal for a car today, or at least that number. So let's say the raw cost of just taking all those parts and laying them out on a floor would cost you about $500,000. So that will give you then $1.5 million to put this car together. And if you figure out then you go to the, okay, what's it gonna cost me per hour to have someone build this car, or I'm doing it myself. So that's the reasoning from a first principle analysis. You find the raw cost of something, or the lowest point of that there is, and then you go from there. You build on top, like you're building a house with bricks. So the next part is reasoning by analogy, and that means that if somebody tells you that this is the way it is, then that's how it is, and you're not gonna challenge that thought. So in doing anything in life, if you're just expecting everything someone else believes or thinks, and you're not independently researching and backing up the facts that they're putting out, or whatever they're saying, and you just believe it to be true without doing your research on that particular problem or whatever it may be, you're just following the herd like sheeps. And humans have a lot of of similar tendencies to sheeps, weirdly enough, but that's one of them. And if you want to be an inventor, if you want to be an entrepreneur, I think that having that mindset of not thinking everything that people say is correct and finding it out for yourself. And this is a good time to talk about it, because everyone just believes what the government is telling them, what scientists are telling them. If you want to be sure, then go and fact check these people. Why is it like this? Why isn't it different? And why do I believe that it is different? Thinking and believing is not illegal, and you should have a free mind of speech. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, and whatever it is that you're interested in, or it can be anything, just as long as you just take that approach, you will find a more happy mindset. So from now on, I'm gonna be sharing a lot of these weird and quirky things that I think about, because I have a lot of my brain taken up by these things, and I want to share them with you to sort of get these thoughts and these ideas out of my head, so that I can push them aside and not think too much about them. So, and of course, from this video, you should also take that approach to my videos. Whenever I post something, that's my point of view. But if you feel different, then be different, act, and try to figure out what's true for you, because I can't tell you that you should be an entrepreneur, that you should do this, you should do that. I can only tell you what I feel and how I do things, and what I do that makes me want to do what I do, and what's then giving me the joy out of it. But for you, it might be totally different, and that's okay. And I hope that you don't choose something because somebody else said it was cool, and because everyone else is doing it. Do you, and do it the best way you can. Nobody can blame you for giving 100% at something that you love. Most people won't understand it at first, but they will see you being as happy as you can be, and that's better than anything, and that gives you a frame of mind that's just unbelievable. So do take this in mind and go about your life as you want to live it, because you are the CEO of your life. You make the decisions, no one else. And if your mom wants to stick a bumper sticker on her car saying that you went to Harvard and you have a doctor's degree, when all you want to do is have a podcast where you talk about Smurfs, that's totally cool. And weirdly enough, you can actually make money and make a living off of that. It just depends on how much effort you're willing to put out, and how much you actually believe in what you're doing, because believing in it gives you that much more credibility, because people can see when you're not 100% into what you're actually sharing, and that's no good. So just want to leave you with that, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and if not, please tell me so. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Until the next one, peace out.